I'm in a doorway in Jerusalem with Mount Zion in the distance. It's been about 32 hours since the first alert from the Israeli government telling people to find a shelter. People here are expecting another night of rocket fire. There have been 3 casualties that we know of and lots of injuries. Those have been in central Israel and Tel Aviv, where there have been some direct hits on buildings. The IDF is telling people that injuries have been limited for those who did go to a shelter, so the word is to not stray too far from one. But as you might be able to hear in the background, when alerts are not current and it's relatively safe, people feel, they're moving around, they're going for walks, they're in parks, they're sitting outside the few cafes that are open. The light in the sky last night was bright orange and huge thumping sounds, which was incredibly alarming for people sitting in bomb shelters and not understanding what's actually happening. But we learned later that what was happening was Israel was intercepting ballistic missiles high in airspace and taking them out before they were even in Israel. So that was an extraordinary thing to hear, and it's just incredibly fortunate that nothing has landed in Jerusalem.
Yeah, I'm Jodie Hampton. I'm from Central Australia. So we've all come here to support Nova, and we're here together supporting each other. Now was the situation.
Kind of experience that I've never had before. Thank God. It's amazing to see how the Israeli people put up with this. And they kept it fairly riggy from what I gather. But yeah, now it's even though it can be a pregnant parent, it's also quite enlightening.
Would you like to say something, or you've had a rough night?
Oh, I've had a last couple of nights have been pretty rough.
It has been rough, isn't it?
I was only in a few hours sleep, but it's I can't understand or how the Israel people do this. Like we've only had 2 nights of it, but they've had many years of this. So that we'll get through it. We'll get through it.
You seen things on this trip that you think might surprise people outside Israel back home?
100%. 100%. I think one of the big things is that they invite soldiers onto the trip. And the soldiers are the sweetest, most giving, kind people that you've ever met in your entire life. And I think in the media, like the IDF especially, is very dehumanized. And people forget like they are people and they're just like us. And they're young kids. I'm 19, they're 19, and they're put in this position that no one wants to be in. Their parents don't want them to be in this position. It's like, and I just think it's like a great opportunity, people who are knowledgeable about it, to understand that these soldiers are just humans. They're just like us.
Every time Iran launches a volley of ballistic missiles, Israeli satellites will pick it up and they'll send an alert to all Israelis saying there's missiles coming and you may well be called to go to a bomb shelter in the next couple of minutes. And then when they when the Israelis work out where those missiles are actually heading, then they'll send the alert to the people in those specific areas so they can head to the bomb shelters. So it's very confusing, particularly for foreigners who aren't across the situation or they don't speak Hebrew to work it out. So you hear these alarms that go off in the middle of the night and you're not too sure what's happening.
It's very difficult.
And definitely stressed out. This is a first for me, but I've been receiving a lot of comfort from the Israelis.
I saw a little girl actually on the staircase yesterday asking me to come with her to the bomb shelter because she was scared. And I was like, how could I ever complain